Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So I'm hopping on today to talk about the Pleasure Activism Part 2 event, Develop an Aligned Business, that's happening this upcoming Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at a private location, Mi Casa. And so first I just want to start with who I am. There's a lot of people that recently have started to follow me, and y'all don't know who I am. And so my name is Sola Habibi. I also go by Chichi. I also go by Fran. I have 1,000 names. And I am a storyteller. I am a community organizer, and I'm a creative. And that is the core of Sola Habibi, my business. So the ways that I storytell, I am currently writing a book, and I also have a podcast with meditations and conversations around community organizing. I also am a painter, and so I paint stories. Stories are painted into my canvases. What else am I? I'm a community organizer, and so I love hosting events. And all of my events somehow are influenced by my book. And so I've hosted events that support me in writing my book in and with my community. The first events that I hosted were around art and writing nights. And so I literally wrote my book with folks. At those facilitated spaces, I also hosted a few community art shows where people could come and share their work. And that was my process for editing my first draft of my book. So it was an open gallery where people could literally pin up all of their work and ask for feedback. And it was also an open mic, so people could share their work verbally and get feedback that way as well. And then recently, I've been hosting Care Economy. The Care Economy series is for my chapter on work, labor, and survival. And it essentially is me pondering how do we move from this model of profit and exploitation, right, this economic system of capitalism, into a model of economy that centers care and community. And I'm doing that by personally facilitating some events, but also bringing in, other people to share their knowledge on what the care economy might look like, or specific skills for us to grow. So I've hosted the Intro to Pleasure Activism event in August, and it was a beautiful event. If you did not come to that event does not mean that you can, if you didn't come to that event, it still means that you can come to this new Pleasure Activism Part 2 event. But that was really talking about how we get aligned into a care economy. What brings us joy is going to reflect out, right, into our economy, if we can center that joy. All right. So, how did I start Sola Habibi? Why did I start Sola Habibi? I started Sola Habibi in a moment where I felt deeply lost. I was on the tail end of my unemployment. I was applying to jobs that I didn't really want, but I thought that they were, my career path. I wasn't getting them. And if I did get them, they disappointed me in some way, right? And I hated the process of applying to jobs. I hate the process of selling myself like that. And I found that the only time that I was feeling joy and was feeling good was when I was working on my own creative projects. And when I was community organizing. I was doing a lot of community organizing with mutual aid groups. So I sat down and I was like, okay, I need to figure this out. I want to start my own business. I want my purpose to be, tangible. And I decided when I started sitting down and developing my plan, and that's what this workshop is going to be. It's going to be you sitting down and developing a plan for a project that centers your joy, that inspires you and honors you and your needs, and also will support intentional social, political, environmental change. So I came up with Sola Habibi. Sola Habibi means all of my love. It is my project to move towards all of the things that bring me joy. I'm gonna just read you a little bit about my plan that I had wrote out originally. So, my plan, what I wanted, what brought me joy, what I needed, that eventually developed into Sola Habibi, was centered around purpose. I am someone that needs to have purpose. And that purpose was to, for me personally, to heal. I need to heal myself. I need to heal my mental and physical ailments need my care. And so that was the core of it. And in that, I knew that I needed to move away from capitalism because I was exploiting myself, and I do not run at the pace of capitalism. I do not. It makes me sick. It makes me sick. I wanted a stable life. I wanted to learn and to have knowledge, and I wanted to help people. That was the core of what Sola Habibi was created from. And I'm hoping in this workshop that we can just I can help you sit down and develop your plan of what your purpose is, of, how you can help your community with your uniqueness, right? I personally don't think that someone is going to hand me a job that is my purpose. I feel deeply unique. I've never met any Italian, Palestinian, Ecuadorian people. That mix only sits in my family. And that's not to say that I am the only unique one. I am also saying that your story is unique, and perhaps you cannot apply your way into your purpose. And if you feel that way, then this might be a good workshop for you. So with Sola Habibi, I feel I have moved away from capitalism in some ways, and I still have to play the game in some ways. But the purpose of my career is not tied to the way that I make money. And that has been feeling good for me, right? I can just make money in ways that sometimes align with my purpose, and sometimes they don't. But I feel good about this model for me. So let's talk a little bit about this workshop. So again, it's happening on Thursday, October 20th. Are we already there? No, that's not right. Thursday, October 15th? No, that's not right either. Okay, well, it's happening this Thursday. And at 6 p.m. And what you'll walk away with is a solid vision of the purpose of your business, an understanding of your audience, specific offerings you can serve your community with, and connections with aspiring entrepreneurs. Like I said, this workshop centers the principles of pleasure activism. That does not mean that your business has to be about physical pleasure, right? There's a lot of pleasure activism businesses that center sexuality, center like vibrators, dance, stuff like that. This is going to be, I mean, if you want your business to be that way, then it can be. But really it is, sits in the principles that Adrienne Marie Brown came up with in her Pleasure Activism book. So it will help you create a business that not only inspires and excites you, honors you, but also will support intentional social, political, and environmental change. If you want to know Adrienne Marie Brown's definition for pleasure activism, pleasure activism is the work we do to reclaim our whole, happy, and satisfiable selves from the impacts, delusions, and limitations of oppression and or supremacy. Pleasure activism includes work and life lived in the realms of satisfaction, joy, erotic aliveness that bring about social and political change. So again, I'll be sharing a little bit about my own process and then helping you develop your plan for what you want in your life that will bring you joy, that will honor you, that will bring around change. This workshop is for specific people. It is for people that want to be entrepreneurs. It is for queer, trans, BIPOC folks. That's who it centers. It is for healers and creatives and neurodivergent and sick people that cannot operate within capitalism. I don't think that capitalism honors my personal pace that I need for my life. And having your own business also means that you get to pick that pace, right? So for me personally, in summer, I have a lot of energy and I'm really excited to community organize and host events. But in winter, I feel more like hibernating and I can work on my personal projects. I can edit my book. I can, dive deeper into those sort of things. And I don't think that I would get the pace that I need from a career that I applied into. And so I enjoy that. And that's what this workshop is. It's for people that also need those things, that run at their own pace. It will definitely best serve folks who have not developed a business plan yet. But also if you're starting your own business and you need to kind of reevaluate your business's purpose or offerings, then this is going to be a great place for you to come. My tickets are in the link in my bio. As y'all know, they're sliding scale, $10 to $30. Bring your friends, share. I hope that I'll see some of y'all soon. Thanks.